I've got some guinea hens that are crazy, crazy, crazy.
Though the ship is bad, the anchor holds. Though the sails are torn.
On my farm, I have some guinea hens. And I love my guineas. Now, a lot of people think that they're just too noisy or they're annoying and all that kind of stuff. And I'll give you the fact that they are noisy. But I like them. I like to hear them out there doing their thing and stuff. And the eggs, pretty darn good. And I've eaten a couple of guineas. They're pretty good too. But man, I tell you what, as far as eating ticks and stuff, they're brutal when it comes to ticks. I mean, they clean it up. They're good at it. But one thing I've noticed about my guineas is that the new hens will be walking along and they'll just drop an egg. It was like adult Easter egg hunt a couple of weeks ago at the farm, because I was like driving through the field and I saw something white. And I got off and went over there, and there's a little teeny tiny teardropped egg, guinea egg. Walked across the field a little bit, and in the grass I saw another one. Bunch of guineas was running up the hill, and as I was watching them go, I noticed that there was a white thing left behind. I went up there and there was an egg. And all over that field, there was just little teeny tiny eggs. Hidden, just not really hidden. They were just out in the middle of everywhere. That's kind of strange, because when guineas get serious about laying eggs, they clutch them. They'll go into the woods. They'll hide. I mean, it's like a treasure hunt to find, and all of them will go and they'll lay 30, 40, 50 eggs in one hole, hoping one of them will raise all of them. And when one of them does decide to be the mama and to raise them, I mean, they'll hide. I had one that raised a few naturally out on the farm, and we never saw her for 3 months. And then all of a sudden, boom, she popped up and she had 5 or 6 babies with her. That's all well and good. I mean, but until they figure things out, they're just dropping eggs everywhere. And I find that such kind of an odd behavior. But then as I got to thinking about it, you know, we don't always have things figured out either. So a lot of times we're just doing the absolute best that we can. Sometimes, you know, we've got to live by faith. Sometimes we just have to do the best that we know how to do and trust that the Lord has called us into what we're doing. I mean, there's been many times I just simply did not know what to do. And there was a famous man in the book of Judges by the name of Gideon. And in verse number 7, chapter 7, and the Lord said unto Gideon, by 300 men that lapped will I save you and deliver the Midianites into thy hand. Let all the other people go, every man unto his place. 20,000 plus men had showed up, and God whittled them down to 300. And Gideon, I mean, you can imagine, he didn't have a plan. 300? God, you couldn't even have left me 1,000? Left him 300. And because of that, you know, there was some fear and some trepidation in Gideon's heart. And he didn't have it all figured out. He didn't. He just had to go with what God had given him. Had faith that God had given him everything that he needed to win the battle. And of course, God did some things to improve Gideon's faith. He sent dreams into the Midianites. He let Gideon hear that. And with trumpets and breaking pitchers and screaming, they ran off an army so big, the Bible described them as grasshoppers on the mountains. So we don't always have things figured out. There's a little saying that I think is pretty awesome Goethe wrote this: one cannot always be a hero, but one can always be a man. I think some of the greatest men are those that walk by faith. God bless you. Isn't it amazing what a bunch of guineas laying eggs out in the field can teach you? Have a great day, Hidden Well farmers.